Alright, what is going on, everybody? Cool, quick update for y'all. So this is day 21 of the 21-day 4,000 calorie keto diet challenge. So thank y'all for sticking with me to this point thus far. I was 169 something today, so like a new high. Quick note on that, I had that huge half rack of ribs last night that was sitting on my stomach. I was dehydrated yesterday for sure. I didn't drink near as much because we had all this stuff going on with the moving and whatnot. So I think I woke up this morning heavier. I think a lot of that was water. I looked at myself in the mirror and I could tell that I was holding some water. So quick note on hydration, drink water to lose water. I know that doesn't really sound like it makes sense, but it makes sense. If your body feels like it's dehydrated and isn't getting the water it needs, it's going to hold on and retain that water. If you're flushing it out and giving it plenty of water, it just excretes any excess, so you don't hold as much water if you drink more water, if that makes sense. So anyways, so I'm 169 something, and it's like, shoot, last day of the challenge, got the new highway in. I'm not leaving a good message here, you know. So again, not worried about that whatsoever. Probably more so than anything is the water weight. But then again, I was getting down on myself yesterday because I had, like, you know, increase in body fat, which is to be expected after being in such a deficit, so that doesn't really bother me. But that I came home and then only measured like 0.2 on the ketones, that bothered me. And then I got to thinking, it's like, I feel like I'm letting y'all down, yada yada yada, sob story, forget all that, alright? What can I do that adds the most value to you watching me? And it's like, well, just put myself out there, measure, take notes, test, experiment, and see what happens, and be honest with y'all with it. So number on the scale, that fluctuates a lot. Like I said, from this challenge, it's been as low as 155, it's been as high as 169 something. Don't let the number on the scale and your body weight ever get you down too much. You know, use it as a metric, use it as a tool. I tell it to all my clients. Same thing with your ketone levels, you know. That fluctuates based off of exercise, activity level, you know, diet. There's so many variables that affect so many different things. So I was really bummed about the 0.2, but it's like, you know, like 2 days prior I measured 1.6. 2 days prior to that I was like 2.7. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna just burn through a couple of these test strips since this is the last day. So we'll just see what happens here. So all I've had today thus far is my keto coffee, my double keto coffee. It is like 9:30 in the morning. I'm gonna go ahead and test right now. It's asking for blood. I haven't really been getting that much blood lately on these. I think my skin's getting thicker or something. Alright, so I got blood. Feed that. The countdown begins. And I'm going to measure this again probably after I drink another coffee, go for a walk, and then again after I eat a meal and train. Yeah, so 1.6 today. That focuses. Alright, so I'm 1.6 right now. And I don't know why it says, oh yeah, 11:35 a.m. This must be Central Time. So yeah, I'm 1.6 right now. I was 0.2 yesterday, and I'm gonna test my ketones again after I drink a coffee, go for a walk. When you don't work out, like I didn't work out yesterday. Yesterday was my recovery day, so like I probably had some stored glycogen. When you work out, you burn through that glycogen, and then that's gonna increase your rate of hydroxybutyrate levels. It might temporarily decrease them because you're going to be releasing that glycogen into the bloodstream. So when you test in relation to when you work out is a big contributing factor. So anyways, I'm just adding value to y'all, making numbers, or making measurements, and then giving y'all the results. These things are about $4 or $5 a pop. But hey, it's the last day of the challenge. I want to be the best I could be for y'all, so I'm going to burn through a whole bunch of them. I'm going to burn through 5 of them today, and we'll just test and see how different things affect it. So, coffee, pretty much fasted until this point. Had all that protein last night from those ribs, and 1.6 at the moment. So I'm going to go for a walk now. I'll holler back at you soon. Went on my walk, had my coffee. We're about to burn through another test strip. I got my keto shake, like my big old fat milky shake that I'm going to have after I test my ketone levels. I'm going to give you the macros on that. Let's go ahead and get this test real quick. Alright, so it was 1.6 last time. It's asking for blood right now. Let's see if I can bleed a little bit more this time. Oops, let me put the lancing device top on here. I just cut my whole finger off. Alright, yeah, we're bleeding good now. Okay. Countdown has begun. I'm curious to see here because walking is a good way to boost ketone levels, especially if you do like some HIIT training beforehand. But I did not do any HIIT training. 2.4 today so far. So again, one of the good ways to kind of like expedite beta hydroxybutyrate production, ketone levels, is to do like a high intensity interval training session and then go on an extended long low intensity walk. I didn't do the HIIT session because I'm going to go to the gym and train arms and shoulders a little bit, but I did the walk that just kind of burns through the excess glycogen, especially with the HIIT training, and then you can go into more of a ketone fat burning mode. So what was it, 2.4 that I said? Yeah, 2.4. Feeling pretty good about that right now. I'm about to have this fat shake, which, by the way, I was thinking about this challenge. It's been the last day. What all kind of cool things I could throw your way. I haven't hit 400 grams of fat yet on this challenge. So today I'm going to try and get 400 grams of fat in me. So this shake has got 1,285 calories, 125 grams of fat, 16 grams of protein, and 18 grams of carbs, a lot of which is fiber. This will be what I eat prior to going to the gym to train. I also made 2 keto bricks earlier today with a little twist in the recipe as well. So I feel confident I'll be able to get my 400 grams of fat in. So that's what we're going to do right now. I'll test ketones again after training. I don't know, I might test them right after and then again a couple hours after. So we'll see. We'll just kind of go with the flow there. But that's the update for so far. And I'll be in touch with you soon. 3:12 in the afternoon. I have not yet trained. I'm going to train in probably an hour. I figured I'd go ahead and eat one of the keto bricks that I have here just to bump up my fat intake for the day that much more. Let's see here. I'm kind of curious. After this keto brick, actually here, hold on 1 second. Okay, so this brick is 13 grams of protein, 13 grams of carbs, 60 grams of fat for a total of 640 calories. The daily totals after eating it are going to be 2,976 calories, 300 grams of fat, 305 grams of fat, 39 grams of carbs, of which 15 are net carbs, and 31.9 grams of protein, which means my ratio is 4% protein, 5% carbs, and 90% fat. So, very high on the fat. I figured I'd go ahead and burn through another one of these test strips, test my ketone levels. So that's what I'm going to do. Last time we tested it was 2.4, I believe. I kind of want to get a reading before training and then again after. So let's do that real quick. I've never gone through this many strips in one 24-hour period. Alright, so bleeding. Got the countdown rocking. Let's see what she got. 5, 4, 3, 2, 0.8. So, what does that tell me? Well, it means that, I don't know, it means I'm in ketosis still, but I was 2.4 last time I tested, 0.8 this time I tested. So the only thing I've eaten in between is that shake, which had a lot of nuts in it, had a lot of cheese in it, like the mascarpone cheese, and it also had a little bit of artificial sweetener in it. So I might need to steer clear from this artificial sweetener altogether. But there is no artificial sweetener in this keto brick. So I'm gonna eat it right now. And then I'll test again after I work out. So we'll see how the training goes. So good. So good. I can't resist it. I'm gonna go ahead and have both of these keto bricks back to back, which means this is gonna be 118 grams of fat right here in total, almost 1,300 calories. Good fuel source before going to the gym, which means now at 3:18 in the afternoon, I will have already had 365 grams of fat. That's pretty cool. I'm probably gonna have bratwurst tonight for dinner, which are high in fat. So I'm gonna hit my 400 grams of fat, no problem, which is exciting because I haven't done that yet. So I'll see y'all at the gym. Just finished doing biceps, triceps, shoulders, and Stairmaster. I'm going to test my ketones right now. Generally speaking, your ketones are much lower immediately post-workout because you're basically getting all that glycogen into the bloodstream. It's going to temporarily decrease your beta-hydroxybutyrate levels, but it will lend itself to an increase later because you have depleted all the glycogen. So, this bad boy is asking for blood. Let's go ahead and stab myself. This is like the 4th time I've stuck myself today. It's getting kind of old. Woo! Alright, we're bleeding. Countdown begins. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0.4. So yeah, decrease in beta hydroxybutyrate levels immediately post-workout. It seems like all my clients want to test their blood levels right after workout, and they contact me and they're all discouraged because their ketone levels indicate they're not even in ketosis. Don't worry about it, you know. The best time to test I've found, counter to what this morning was or the other morning, was, you know, a couple hours after you've awakened. If you train the previous day, your glycogen is going to be depleted. You're going to have fasted throughout the night. Your body's going to be producing those beta hydroxybutyrate molecules throughout the night. And after you've awoken and you've been awake for a few hours, your hormone levels will level out. And that's when I've found and noticed the highest ketone levels. So keep that in mind when testing. What else is new? About to go home right now and cook some brats. So today is the last day of the challenge. I was 169 something, so this is the heaviest I've been thus far. But as you can see in the posing footage I just uploaded, I am still pretty lean. I'm about 5.5% body fat. I honestly think I can maintain this degree of leanness and that percentage of body fat at 4,000 calories. I think I've started to kind of level off. So I'm probably going to continue the 4,000 calories. I get my blood test back tomorrow, hopefully. So I'm going to talk about that when I get them. The people at the lab are kind of more optimistic than realistic, so we'll see. But I will let you know as soon as I know what those are. And then I'll check back in with you tonight for a recap and some grilling out. So I'll talk to you then. And I'm feeling Day 21 of the 21-day challenge, bringing in the last meal of the day. I've got 2 bratwursts. One is tomato basil, and one is like a chili cheese bratwurst. I didn't even know they made that, but I'm pretty excited about it. I'm gonna wrap it in this romaine lettuce leaf with some sauerkraut, some ketchup, and some good old mustard. So, pretty fatty meal. I'm also having a coffee with MCT powder and coconut oil, because I was bound and determined to get my 400 plus grams of fat today. Today's totals are going to be 4,444 grams of fat, or calories. Whew, that'd be a lot of fat. So 4,444 calories. It's kind of odd, they're all fours. Total fat, 442 grams of fat. So first time I broke 400 and did so with a bang because I got 442. Carbs, 59.57. Net carbs, 23.94. I use a different ingredient in those keto bricks, a fibrous ingredient. So that's where a lot of those carbs came from. And then protein, 68 grams of protein. So that's what I was getting in contest prep. So much lower on the protein. That breaks down to 6% protein, 5% carbs, and 88% fat. So fat is through the roof today, which is good because I had, like I said, a lot of protein last night with those ribs. I kind of wanted to deplete any excess protein and glycogen that I had stored and kind of get back on track for tomorrow. So that is the last meal of the day. There's a lot of stuff I want to talk about with this 21-day challenge. I have not gotten my blood work in yet. I want to recap on that. I want to recap on what I've learned, how I've adapted and how my body's reacted to the whole process, and then what my plan is going forward. But I don't want this video to be too long. So what I'm probably going to do is do a recap video that covers all the topics and kind of what I've learned and what I plan on doing going forward. So that is that, but I had to get this last meal in for you so I could just continue that and make sure I got my 4,000 calories in, which I did. So I'll see y'all tomorrow. I almost forgot to do another blood test. Wow, I'm losing my voice here. So I'm gonna do another blood test. Let's see here. It's been about an hour since leaving the gym. I have not eaten that bratwurst yet. So Let's do this test. It's asking for blood. We are locked and loaded. I am bleeding. Okay, countdown begins. Usually I like to wait a little longer until after training to test, but we're not a day, so we'll see what we have. So 0.8. So back into ketosis, but not really that deep. Yeah, so when you train, it takes a little while for your BHB levels to get replenished. So I'm probably not gonna test again today, but I'll probably test first thing in the morning. So hopefully I'll get my blood test back tomorrow and I can bring that information to y'all, and I'll just continue. I think I've got 2 strips left, so I'll burn those up tomorrow. The highest I was today was 2.4 millimolar, I think. 2.4 or 2.8, I don't remember what it was. And the lowest I was 0.2 yesterday after that artificial sweetener. And then I think I was down to, I don't remember, I think 0.8 was the lowest today. Or maybe, no, 0.4? I don't remember, I have to look back at the clips. But, so yeah, main point I wanted to illustrate there is your BHB levels fluctuate just as your weight fluctuates. So don't look at any one metric and get discouraged. Be in it for the long haul. Live a healthy lifestyle. Go off of how you feel, how you look. And if you look and feel great, then don't pay attention to the scale. And the BHB level is an accurate metric, especially for blood testing. You know, the urine strips and the breathalyzers not so much. But you go in and out, you go up and down. I mean, I'm Robert Sykes, I'm the keto savage, and here I am at 0.8. You know, you'd expect me to be at like 7 millimolar, but not necessarily the case, especially depending on, you know, what you're doing with your training. And I'm at a much, much, much higher caloric intake than I need to be right now, so that's going to affect my ketones as well. So take it as a process, learn from it, test, experiment, see what works best for you. Don't get discouraged. Take it day by day and enjoy the ketogenic lifestyle as a lifestyle. That said, back to dig into this food. I'll see you later. I felt empty ending this challenge without some shirataki rice. So I got my shirataki rice and 2 tablespoons of almond butter. I'm going out with a bang here. 4,678 calories, 460 grams of fats, 70 grams of carbs, 30 net carbs, and 75 grams of protein, 87% fat. That's the way to end the keto challenge, with a whole bunch of fat. So, I'll see y'all tomorrow.